welcome to the show. Make sure to subscribe to the show. Make sure you check out our AL predictions because today we're going to give you your NL predictions. Who wins each division, who takes the wild card, who's the MVP, who's the Cy Young, who's the Rookie of the Year, who's the Comeback Player of the Year, and so on and so forth. Luis.
Yo.
What up?
What's up, Manny? Thanks for having me, man.
Thanks for having me. What the fuck is this? First time, long time.
Let's get into it. National League predictions. Hope you guys enjoyed our American League predictions. Hope you guys took note of the biased on the other side of this.
And if you disagree with something one of us said, you could always comment and we'll hit you back.
For sure.
So biased. Are you referring to me? Maybe?
Yeah, you chose Yankees have the best record. Yankees have the Comeback Player of the Year, Giancarlo Stanton. Yankees have American League MVP, Aaron Judge. Yankees have American League, Cy Young, Garrett Cole. And, of course, Yankees get number 28. So it's.
But I was looking at that through an entirely objective, way. Like, I have no rooting interest or anything. You know what I mean? There's no rooting interest in my end. Listen, that's it, man. I am who I am. You know what I mean?
And I like you for who you are. It's just I wish you would be more honest.
National League East, Luis. Who do you think is the best team in the National League East?
So we got the Phillies, the Mets, the Marlins,
the Nats, and the Braves.
Oh, man, I think the Braves are the best team.
Yeah, that's who I have too. Although I wouldn't be shocked if the Phillies finally came alive this year. They have a different manager in Joe Girardi. Gabe Kapler's in the NL West. For some reason, the Giants hired him. I don't know why.
Joe Girardi's the manager now, the Phillies. So
yeah. You did you add? Well, Mccutchen is back for a full season. Did the Phillies add any pieces this offseason? I can't remember.
Phillies, they added Zachary
Wheeler.
Which was a good move by them, actually. I mean, I think they overpaid, but yeah, he's solid.
I think the Phillies could threaten in the NL East. I don't think the Nats are going to be as good as they were last year, but
I think the Nats will make some noise, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Scherzer,
Corbin,
Juan Soto, Victor Robles.
I think because it's a 60-game season.
Wow, I forgot about Strasburg.
Yeah, it's a 60-game season. I don't think Soto has reported yet. I'm not sure, though. I could check that real quick. Zimmerman opted out. Not that that's not that big of a deal, but still, he's an important piece, I think. Yeah, I don't know. So Little's back.
So the East is pretty interesting. Do you see the Mets making any sort of noise? I kind of, to be honest with you, in a shortened season, their back-to-back seasons start off like really, really good in the month of April. The Mets.
Yeah.
I can see the Mets making some noise. I'm not saying they're going to the playoffs, but I can see them playing spoiler. I don't think they're a scrub team.
No, I don't either.
Especially since they got guys like Jacob deGrom.
Yeah, and they improved their bullpen with Dylan Betances. Is Edwin Diaz gonna, continue what he did last year, which he was complete ass last year? Excuse my language.
I think he will step it up this year.
I think he'll step it up too. Seth Lugo showed that he was a really good reliever, a good arm out of the pen.
Pete Alonso.
Yeah, I think they have a decent squad. It's just the Mets, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's more like I don't want to give the Mets credit for putting together a good team. You should be able to put together a good team. You're New York. You're a high market franchise, so you should be able to put it together a pretty good team. But now when I'm looking at the list, if Cespedes just comes back and he's good, then yeah, that team is going to be better than my biased take on the Mets usually paint them out to be. So then you got the Phillies, who are good, the Mets, who are probably going to be good, the Nats, who are, to me, they're good. You don't think the Nats are that good, but I think they're good.
I mean, I have them as a potential wild card team. I don't think they're going to take the division. Let's put it that way.
You think the Braves are?
I think the Braves are. Even though they lost Nick Markakis, they've had really bad luck this offseason. Freddie Freeman tested positive for COVID-19.
Yep.
But he's back and working out again. They're not sure if he's going to be ready for opening day, but he'll probably only miss a series or two. Nick Markakis opted out after talking to Freddie Freeman. They signed Yasiel Puig. Yasiel Puig tests positive. The deal doesn't go through. So their outfield is a little bit weaker, but I still think that team is super strong. I think Ronald Acuna is really coming into his own. He was almost a 40-40 player last year. Ozzy Albies showed something else last year. That team is deep. They have a squad. Mike Soroka is a beast. I don't think Fulton Navich is he still on that team? Why do I feel like Fulton Navich isn't with the Braves anymore? But he probably is.
Let's see.
But he started to get into a groove at the end of last season after I traded him, of course, in my fantasy team. Yeah, so I think the Braves will take the division, and I think the Phillies and the Nationals are potential wild card teams.
Fulton Navich is still on the Braves.
You know what I'd like about using Zoom, Luis?
What is it, man?
Is that sometimes I make funny faces when you're talking, and the camera doesn't capture it.
It might.
I feel good about myself.
It might. Sometimes, like a small, like, fixing of your hat. If it registers on the mic,
yeah,
Zoom will pick it up. Sipping on that coffee cup there.
See, and nobody saw it because you were talking. That's fucking great. Love it. All right. So who did you pick? I didn't get your pick. Braves too?
I'm picking the Braves to win the division, yes.
All right.
Braves. Damn, man. I always ride with the Phillies. So I'll just leave
Bryce
it.
Harper, man.
I'll leave it as the Braves winning the division for now.
A-Rod left a little hole in your heart, and Bryce Harper filled it right back.
Yes,
filled it right in.
Yes.
And,
you know what those guys have in common?
What?
Generating revenue.
Yes.
Star power.
NL Central. I got the Reds, man. I got the Reds taking the Central.
The Reds.
I got Mike Moustakas, Nicholas Castellanos is on the team now. Eugenio Suarez. I think Votto is going to be decent this year in a 60-game season. Their rotation was one of the best rotations in baseball last year. Luis Castillo, Sonny Gray, who really came into his own last season. I think the Reds are much improved, and I think the Reds are going to shock the world and take the division. And I wouldn't be surprised. Here's another hot take. I wouldn't be surprised if the Reds end up with the best record in baseball. Top 3 record in baseball.
Whoa there.
Put it in the books.
They end up with the best record in baseball.
Top 3 record in baseball, I'm going to say, because the Yankees, of course, are going to have the best record in baseball.
I'm going to go with the easy choice to win the NL Central, and that's the St. Louis Cardinals. Paul Goldschmidt's still on that team. Jack Flaherty might win Cy Young. Foreshadowing into later when we choose Cy Young awards. They were able to defeat the Braves last year in the playoffs, and I still think that they're a solid team. I'm not too sure how many teams like the Reds have been bad for so many years and then all of a sudden have the best record in baseball. So I think it's a stretch there.
No, man. But I think Nicholas Castellanos in that stadium is gonna rake.
Okay.
And I think that Trevor Bauer too. You have a rotation with Sonny Gray, Luis Castillo, and Trevor Bauer. Wade Miley, the 4th starter, Anthony Descalfani. I can never say his name. Descalfini, there you go. Decent bullpen with guys like Raciel Iglesias on there. Pedro Strop is on there. Mir Garrett's on there. I like the Reds, man. I really do like the Reds. And I thought last year that they would have a better shot too. I think this year they're going to compete. I think Trevor Bauer's competing for a contract, so he's not going to – I don't think he's going to suck. I don't think he's going to struggle like he did last season. Luis Castillo showed you that he's an ace quality type pitcher. And Sonny Gray, like I said, Sonny Gray looked like the old Sonny Gray last year, if not better. I'm a Sonny Gray guy. I like Sonny Gray.
Yeah, I know you do. You're just gullible when it comes to these guys. You're like Brian Cashman, man. Brian Cashman likes guys like Chase Headley, Sonny Gray.
Sonny Gray, 11-8 with a 2.87 ERA, 1.084 WHIP. Struck out 205 hitters in 175 innings. Come on, man.
I gotta really think about Trevor Bauer, man. I'm looking at his career and might have overrated the guy.
I think he's just so inventive that he could have a season like he had 2 years ago, I think it was.
Well, I'm looking here, and he makes a lot of starts. He doesn't miss a lot of time due to injury. But I feel like I got to see how these inning totals compared to other pitchers like Max Scherzer, who I know goes deep into games and is like a workhorse. Because I always consider Trevor Bauer somewhat of a workhorse, but for me, 32 starts, 31 starts in 2017, only equaling to 170 whatever innings. That doesn't seem right to me for some reason. And I'm only
You
really
got to
looking at
remember too that the Indians had a insane bullpen in that time too.
yeah, that's true, but that doesn't mean that a guy like if you put Max Scherzer on the Indians, he's still Max Scherzer. He's still the 7 inning. The Grom is still going to go deep into games.
Yeah.
Just because it's guys like DeGrom and Scherzer. But I'm looking at Trevor Bauer's numbers. I don't really see what I love so much about him. Maybe because the one great year that he had.
You know what? Looking at the statue reminds me of is Blake Snell a little bit.
Blake Snell.
Like ERA hovering around the 4s, and you have that one phenomenal season, and then you're back up to the 4s. But like I said, I think Trevor Bauer's the thing and he only pitched over 200 innings once in his career. That was last year. The thing that I like about Trevor Bauer is that he's not afraid to try different things. He's always working on his craft. But at some point, that's going to start working against him because you gotta start mastering some of these pitches and get really good at it. You know what I mean?
I'm looking at Trevor Bauer. I guess what I'm trying to say is for a guy that talks so much shit to opposing players, I thought that he had more of like flair into his stats, and like his FIP last year was 4.34. If you take out the 2 years where he barely played, at least he only made 4 starts each year. That's the worst FIP that he had, and his numbers actually got worse when he got to Cincinnati. So
yeah.
You know, whoever drafted Trevor Bauer, maybe try to get rid of him.
And he goes high too in the drafts.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. High. Like I always consider Trevor Bauer like in that Noah Syndergaard category, but I feel like I'd be disrespecting Noah Syndergaard putting Trevor Bauer. Looking at these numbers, man, I don't know. And I've seen him pitch. I think he has nasty stuff.
A lot of strikeouts.
Mm-hmm. Robbie Ray and Trevor Bauer. Let's do the comparison.
He gives up a lot of home runs.
Let's do the comparison. But yeah, man, I'm picking the Cardinals to win the division, NL Central. And you're picking the Reds.
Picking the Reds. And I have the Brewers and the Cardinals as potential wild cards. Although for some reason the Brewers don't do anything for me, man. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's like they back-to-back years go into the playoffs and not winning it.
Yeah, like
wasting away Yelich's good years.
Yeah, I could name. Yeah, that's it. Yelich, Ryan Braun, Josh Hader. I can't really think of the rest of that squad. Like who's on that team? They lost Moustakas. I'm going Reds.
Okay.
NL West. I'm gonna go the San Francisco Giants. Just kidding. The Los Angeles Dodgers. I think they're the best team in the whole National League. Potentially the best team in baseball. So,
yep,
it has to be the Dodgers. It'll be disappointment if they don't make it to the World Series this year. I think it's the Dodgers, bar none.
Yeah, no argument there. Dodgers with the addition of Mookie Betts. I think the Dodgers will have the best record in baseball. And I think they will run away with the division. And I think Walker Buehler will be guys like Walker Buehler and Seager and Bellinger. Like they're just stacked, man.
They're stacked, man. It's not fair how stacked they are.
Yeah. And did we mention that Marcell Ozuna signed with the Braves before?
I did not mention that. You're right. So he could play some outfield.
Yeah. So
although they have that DH open too, it would have been nice to just have Marcell Ozuna as a DH.
Yeah. So going back to that NL East, I think the Braves got that. Just wanted to throw that in there. But NL West, we both agree with the Dodgers. Do we see a wild card team coming out of there?
I feel like the Padres could. I mean, and the Diamondbacks too. The Diamondbacks have a decent team. One of their pitchers opted out though. Leake, what's his first name?
Mike
Leake, who's pretty decent. That's a big loss. But they have Ketel Marte who can make some noise. Robbie Ray, who I'm in love with for some reason. But real quick, you mentioned Walker Buehler. Ken Gurnick of MLB.com. He's a beat reporter for the Dodgers. He reported today that Dave Roberts said that the rotation orders against the Giants is going to be Kershaw, Stripling, Wood, and Urias. That puts Walker Buehler on a collision course to face off against the Houston Astros next Tuesday. Mark your calendars for that. That's going to be a good game to watch. Something tells me Buehler's going to plunk the first guy that comes up, and then he's going to dominate.
Yeah, I can see the Diamondbacks making some noise. They just got Madison Bumgarner. I think the Giants aren't going to be good. I don't think the Rockies are going to be good either. I know the Rockies have a lot of talent on that team, but that whole Noah Syndergaard offseason issue where he wanted to be traded away or whatever happened there, I feel like that team, we don't really know the ins and outs of that team, and I don't see that team being good this year.
Yeah.
Except for Herman Marquez.
Yeah. You love that guy, man.
Yeah.
And he's on your fantasy team. Wonder why you think he's going to have a good year. So I think it's the Dodgers, and I think that the Padres have potential. I think their team is better. I think Paddock, there won't be a innings limit for him this year.
Yeah.
Manny Machado, a full season under his belt in San Diego. Hopefully he's better next year. Tatis is healthy. He's a fucking beast. I like that team. I think they have to fill in some roles there, make some additions and stuff, but I think that they could potentially threaten for a wild card.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go into the wild card. So I have the following teams I think have potential to get the wild card: the Phillies, the Nats, Milwaukee, St. Louis, and the Padres. Which two of those teams are likely to make it? I think it's the Phillies and the Cardinals. Personally.
Well, I think the Cardinals will win the division. For me, it's Phillies, Nats, Diamondbacks. Nah, man. To me, the only wildcard teams are Philly, Nats, and the Diamondbacks.
Okay.
And I'm gonna choose Philly.
So you're not giving the Reds any love this year, huh? Okay. Kind of want to put a wager on this.
That the Reds have the best record, or that the Reds are the wildcard team, or
that the Reds make it to the postseason.
Oh yeah, I'll put some wager on that.
You put some money on it?
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk off camera.
Okay.
Or we could talk off camera. Make this interesting. Up to you.
I mean, if we do it on camera, we release this on the episode. It's documented.
It's official. Let's do it off camera.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So which two teams are the wild card for you?
I'm gonna go Phillies. Phillies and Nats will be the wild card team.
3 teams coming out of the NL East.
Yes.
All right. So you have the Braves, the Cardinals, the Dodgers, the Phillies, and the Nats going in as wild cards. I have the Braves, the Reds, the Dodgers, and the Cardinals and Phillies going in to the postseason. So the difference between us is the Reds and the Nats, essentially.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now the interesting part, NL MVP. I'll let you go first.
Bryce Harper.
Wow. How did I not see that coming?
I just want to point out that despite all the shit talking from last year and Harper signing this big contract and apparently sticking up, the guy still managed to hit 35 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think behind Mike Trout, let's fact check this, but behind Mike Trout, I think he had the most walks after the All-Star break.
Mm.
And Mike Trout is the guy that walks the most. Guys like Judge and Trout.
Yeah.
So
372 on base, 510 slugging. He had 35 home runs, 114 RBI. I think he had a better season than people make it out to be. I think because he's a $300 million player, they wanted him to put up Mike Trout type numbers. But I feel like I didn't hear much about Manny Machado, and his contract was larger than Bryce Harper's. You know what I mean? I think Bryce Harper's, I think he had a phenomenal season last year, and I think he's going to get better. And he was huge in big spots last year, especially.
Let's do it. Bryce Harper is my NL MVP.
Good pick. I'm going to go Mr. Ronald Acuna Jr.
Nice.
He wanted that 40-40 last year, didn't get it. And I think the guy is the next Mike Trout. He's the Mike Trout of the National League for me. And I think Ronald Acuna is going to take it.
To me, he's more like the next Griffey, right?
Kind of, yeah. He's
Yeah,
like
because like
flashy.
they have the flash, the swagger.
Have you seen his IG lives? This guy's nuts, man.
No, I haven't seen it.
This guy's a top tier athlete, but he behaves like as if he was just called up yesterday. Like he's still in the minors and nobody's really watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe it's because he's speaking in Spanish and stuff. Maybe he feels like the audience isn't really paying attention. I'm not sure.
Well, what kind of crazy stuff do you mean? Like, is he like making
him and I think it was Framin Reyes do IG lives together all the time, and they just talk shit the entire time. Like the conversation doesn't even make sense sometimes. And it's funny. I think it's funny, but I could see it not going over so well if he continues doing stuff like that in the future.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't give a shit. Like for me, I think it's funny. But it's just one of those things. Like I could see something being slipped in there that maybe, they try to cancel him or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he is a good follow on IG. Not gonna lie. Let's do Cy Young. Who's your Cy Young?
I'm gonna go with Walker Buehler. I feel like a young guy like that in a shortened season is gonna just empty the tank. I know I could say the same thing about a psychopath like Max Scherzer, but he's, I have a feeling about Walker Buehler taking over as the ace of the Dodgers. And again, like I said, he's young. He's great. Walker Buehler is my Cy Young choice.
I wanted to go Jacob deGrom for a third straight Cy Young, but his back is acting up apparently in summer camp, and something tells me that he's not gonna play the entire season. I hope he does.
Whoa. Hot take.
But I just have a feeling. So I went Walker Buehler too, man.
You went Walker Buehler? Guys like Jack Flaherty too, though. Don't count guys like Jack Flaherty out.
Yeah.
Or Scherzer, like I mentioned before.
But I like the Walker Buehler thing because it's almost like the handing off of the throne to the next generation. You know what I mean? Like it's the Max Scherzers and the Clayton Kershaws at some point pretty soon are going to start fizzling out a little bit. And I think it's time to start shining the light on these younger starters that are out there. And Walker Buehler is a fucking beast, man.
Yeah.
I just can't believe that a couple years ago he was picked in our draft way late in the later rounds, and he turned out to be like one of the greats, essentially. I think the person that picked him up even ended up dropping him, maybe potentially. I'm not sure.
Yeah, all that stuff is documented. I'm pretty sure we can go back.
Guy's a beast, man. All right, Rookie of the Year. I picked Gavin Lux. I know that he was optioned. Something tells me it's service time manipulation type shit again, which is ridiculous in a 60-game season. He struggled in summer camp, but I think he'll come back at some point. He's still a top level talent, and I think he's gonna, represent. I think he'll be good.
Why was he optioned?
I don't know, man. I think it's service time manipulation. Somebody said that he was complete ass in summer camp, and I don't know. It has to be service time. That's what I think. So is this guy Sixto whatever gonna start this year?
I don't think so. But if he did, I mean that would probably be my choice. You know what? My apologies. I'm gonna have to go with the guy like Gavin Lux as well because I feel like I know more about the American League rookies than these National League rookies. And Dustin May is part of the Dodgers too, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Of course, the Dodgers just setting themselves up for more success.
They traded that guy by the name of Jeter to the Red Sox.
Jeter Downs. I'll go with Gavin Lux, man.
Okay.
Sorry to not make this interesting, but
boring.
Wait, hold up. What about Alec Bohm? I forgot about him. I thought he was in the majors already. He's pretty beast.
Make sure that's an updated list, man.
No, Alec Bohm is if I'm pretty sure he's
Gore could make his debut.
Alec Bohm, third baseman and first baseman for the Phillies.
All right.
he could have quite the impact. So Gavin Lux, Alec Bohm, NL Rookie of the Year for me.
Okay, good pick. NL Comeback Player of the Year. I'm going Andrew McCutchen.
Andrew McCutchen.
The man who pimps walks.
Andrew McCutchen. You think he's gonna come back and
I don't think he's gonna be the Andrew McCutchen of old, but I think he'll be like Andrew McCutchen half season with the Yankees type McCutchen. Like he's a walk machine, he timely hits, good defender, good clubhouse presence. Although I don't know what the clubhouse situation is gonna look like. A veteran presence, what you love. In that lineup. I think the Cutch.
Ah man, I don't see it. Andrew McCutchen is getting kind of old.
He's 32 years old, man. He's younger than me. That's not old.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it that way.
You're getting close to that, man. So
he's kind of old. Got a top, man. You know what? I'm gonna go with the player, just because I feel like any sense of production should give this guy like the pass. Yoenis Cespedes, man, comeback player of the year.
Wow,
that's right, man. He hasn't.
They're talking about Yoenis Cespedes as if he's like Michael Jordan went to play, like he's like the Michael Jordan of the MLB, like as if he had left to go try out the NBA and now he's coming back. Like this is fucking Yoenis Cespedes, people. Chill. Like he's a good player, but my God, the way they talk about Yoenis Cespedes is so goddamn annoying. And I'm sorry to use the Lord's name in vain.
But I'm thinking, like, what were there any pitchers last year in the National League that ended their season early because of Tommy John or something? Like with Noah Syndergaard, I know Noah Syndergaard didn't get Tommy John, but he did miss time last year. Would he count as a comeback player of the year?
He's undergoing time. He's missing the season because of Tommy John.
He is.
I
forgot about that.
Yoenis Cespedes is let's see. I mean, yeah, he's all right.
No, he's all right. I'm not saying he sucks. I just think that by him putting up like 10 home runs, he'll get comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
It's almost as if like they want him to get comeback player of the year because of all the press he's been getting for returning to the Mets.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
He should be ashamed of himself. Maybe I'm trying to look here. I'm trying to stall for time so I could look at players.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember National League players who missed the season.
The Cubs ring a bell. Let me look at the Cubs. Would someone like Craig Kimbrell be eligible?
I'm not sure. You got guys like Garrett Richards for the Padres. Dellin Betances. Actually, I switched my answer to Dellin Betances.
Dellin Betances is a good one.
I switched my answer to Dellin Betances.
Well done. Well done.
That's right, Cespedes. You're not getting any credit from me. Johnny Cueto.
So long fried rice, hello fried chicken.
Johnny Cueto.
Cueto's another good one. Like now they're coming to you, not to me.
Edwin Diaz, if you want to view like, so that's why I'm always asking with comeback player of the year. Like, is it more like they're coming back off of injury or they're coming back from like a hell season, which is what Edwin Diaz had?
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I switched my answer to Dellin Betances since he missed almost all last year.
Good pick, man. So your NL MVP is Bryce Harper. Our Cy Young is Walker Buehler. Your Rookie of the Year is, I forget, was it Gavin Lux too?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have Dellin Betances. I have Andrew McCutchen. All right. That's it, guys. That's all we got. Is there something you want to get off your chest before we depart, Lewis?
Nah, man. It's just tomorrow or today, wherever you're watching this video, baseball is back.
Let's go.
And I hope that we can all just live in the moment and enjoy sports again.
Yeah. Well said, man.
How about you?
Let's leave it there.
Oh, okay.
Peace out, everybody.
Peace.